Hi everyone, and hello to all the pageant fans all over the world, the universe rather, and to my new subscribers and returning viewers. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're watching this episode right now and you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Help me to grow this channel and to reach a milestone here in YouTube simply by clicking the subscribe button below and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For today's episode here in my channel, I just want to share with you guys that as a pageant content creator or a pageant vlogger as what they call it, I think one of the hardest part of my job is to share with you guys my final prediction who will win Miss Universe Philippines 2020. I also want to share this comment that I read. This is actually regarding my previous episode about my final prediction who will win Miss Universe Thailand 2020. And here's the comment. Pinanood ko mga comments at predictions mo sa mga Miss Universe Philippines 2020 candidates and somewhat di ako nag-a-agree. Tapos nakita ko ito. Hehe. This video would say na wrong ka rin. So if you guys watched that episode about my final prediction who will win Miss Universe Thailand 2020, I said in that episode that the only reason why my prediction will change will be depending on how these girls will perform in the finals night or on how they will answer the final question. So I don't know why people are so quick to formulate their comments without checking any valid facts. So another pageant will happen in a few days time and I'm pertaining to Miss Universe Philippines 2020, and I'm sure that you guys have your bets or favorites, you know, to win the crown and the title of Miss Universe Philippines 2020. But for today's episode, let's also talk about the different types of candidates in Miss Universe Philippines 2020 na somehow nagkakaroon tayo ng misconception. Let's start with the frontrunners. Some of you guys are calling the famous candidates as a frontrunner. They were labeled as a frontrunner not because of their ability to win the crown or the title, but it's because of them being famous, or it's because they have a huge following on their social media accounts. Second is the dark horse in the competition. Some of you guys are mistakenly calling a candidate of Miss Universe Philippines as a dark horse just because you guys based it on their pasabog photos or uploaded photos on their social media accounts. But the truth is, we can only determine a candidate as a dark horse if right after the competition, this candidate won the title or even be included as part of the semi-finalist or even a runner-up placement. That we never see it coming. Next, but definitely not the least, will be the best in Q&A. And I have to admit it with you guys that somehow I mistakenly, call a candidate as best in Q&A just because she's very spontaneous and she's very good in speaking in English. But, suddenly you'll realize that dinaan lang pala ako nung candidate na to sa pagiging spontaneous niya. Pero yung sinabi niya pala talaga is nonsense. You get what I'm saying? So those are the types of, candidates that we have here in Miss Universe Philippines. And just like you guys, I'm also excited for the preliminary competition. And I swear, I promise that after I watched the preliminary competition, I'll share with you guys my top 15 semi-finalists or who will be part of my semi-finalists. So let's talk about the preliminary competition and the finals night. I want to start this by asking the organization or the Miss Universe Philippines a big question. Bakit kailangan magbayad just to watch the preliminary competition? I know that at the end of the day, it's still business. But then again, we are in the midst of this global pandemic. This is the only time that we or us Filipinos, might be able to forget what we are going through right now because of this global pandemic. Pero bakit kailangang may bayad pa yung panonood ng preliminary competition? Now, based on Miss Universe official page, it shows here preliminaries will happen October 21st will be the interview, and then October 23rd will be the runaway. Now, I'm quite confused if October 21st, will it be like the closer interview alone, and then they will film for the runway, which is the swimsuit and evening gown round. So if you guys are watching this episode, feel free to comment down below kasi medyo confused ako dito sa setup ng Miss Universe Philippines when it comes to the preliminaries. Now, the good thing about this, even though we cannot watch the preliminary competition live, we will still be able to witness the coronation day of Miss Universe Philippines for free since it will be aired on GMA 7. Now, let's talk about the host city, Baguio City. This is actually a brand new setup for me and I so love it. I just really hope that every year, meron tayong iba't ibang provinces maybe or cities that can actually host Miss Universe Philippines sa mga final shows or preliminary competition just like. Next is the contestants of Miss Universe Philippines 2020. And I find it so intriguing because from 52 contestants, now they have 48 official candidates who will actually go to Baguio City today, October 15, 2020, as I film this episode, who will compete in the preliminary competition and in the finals night or finals day of Miss Universe Philippines 2020. Parang pangit ng finals day. Let's call it finals night of Miss Universe Philippines 2020. Now, I'm also assuming that Isabella Galerio or Miss Sorsogon will not be able to participate in this year's edition of Miss Universe Philippines 2020 because we haven't seen her during their arrival at the Holiday Inn, in Manila. So I'm thinking that maybe, she will not be able to participate or to compete in this year's edition of Miss Universe Philippines 2020. I want to say thank you so much to everyone who watched this episode. Till next time, always remember to stay kind because you can never go wrong with kindness. Comment down below what you think about this episode. Let's treat each other with respect. I love you all.